Lions TV, The Godfather. We're back, mate. It's been a while since fan cams have been on.
Yeah.
I don't really feel I need to ask you your opinion on the game because you was in my ear for 90 minutes going, this fucking one, that one. And the second goal, which never was, from Ryan Leonard, we're hearing Leonard's volleyed it from outside the box. I think it's hit Cooper on the way through, gone in. And we were celebrating for a long time. And then the flag goes up. You was fucking fuming. Well, we all was, but you was at boiling point.
Yeah, I'm at boiling point because I think someone else out there or in the crowd or in the ground is interfering with our game, right? There ain't no VAR in our game, okay? So when we scored that goal, me and Joe were not always looking around for like offside decisions and everything. So me and Joe both looked at the lino. He was standing still, right? So I know he wasn't running up, but he was standing still. That was like 5 to 10 seconds after, right? So I think it must have been 20 to 30 seconds before we're celebrating. Long time. So someone in the ground, whether it's the fourth official, beating someone else, and they're making decisions on our matches from outside the pitch area sort of thing, right? Because how comes he's standing there, he's waiting for an instruction. That ain't coming from the referee, because the referee was running back to the centre circle. He's waiting for instructions from someone else.
We're not being dramatic. It was a long time.
It was a long time.
We was halfway over towards the Birmingham fans giving it a big one, and then
if he went straight away, I wouldn't have no complaint. He sat there or stood there for about 30 seconds before he went like. So someone in the crowd or in the dugout, some fourth official going blah 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 blah, and it's like a VAR, but they're not telling us it's a VAR. They're not telling us what's going on, where he's come to that decision to put his flag up after 30 seconds when he didn't do it in the first instance, if you know what I'm saying. What does he take like 30 seconds to get his pussy brain in order?
Yeah, where we feel.
Oh, it's gone in. Hold on a minute, let's have a think. What happened here? Well, I did come up with him offside. No, it's not acceptable. I'm sorry.
No.
Not acceptable.
I think on a lot of social media, so we was a long way from it, so it's hard to know for definite what the right decision was, but what we can guarantee is his flag took a fucking age to go up. And we was like, we know it's like with VAR, don't we, in the Premiership, we celebrated like mad and made a mug of ourselves, don't we? Do you know what I mean? So, anyway, yeah, I want to look into that and find out what's going on there, because that is ridiculous. On reflection, though, you happy with the point?
I'm happy with the point. I think, like the boys said, first half, it was all us. We was playing fluent football. All the boys were doing their jobs. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And we should have gone out in 2-0 up, at least 2-0 up, right? On the reflection of play. And as usual, second half, Millwall go off the boil, don't they? Allow them to come into the game. And I picked out that boy, the
Norton Cuffy.
No, for them, the one that scored the goal. I said he's the one that's going to get the equaliser in. He was so sharp. I know he's, he's lost his dad before and he played Rex and all that, but that boy's going to be a star. He's going to be one top player.
Oh, is that who scored the one we was going to get? Stansfield, we nearly got.
He's quality, so good luck to him. Birmingham got a good player there. But yeah, second half come on. They was rolling us over, starting to get a bit worried. The ball's coming down the wings and things like that. But we held firm.
Subs at the right time?
Subs, I'd say so, subs at the right time. Then we nullified them, and then we started to come back into the game. Yeah. So I honestly thought we was going to nick it at the end. I think they was worried we was going to nick it at the end because their goalkeeper was slowing the ball down as well.
Yeah.
Notice it was slowing the play down. They were slowing the play. They weren't as offensive. They was more on the back foot. But I thought when he made the subs, we started to come into the game ourselves. The Longman guy, I think he's quality.
I thought he looked really good.
Very, very good. Can't say much about the midfield.
Campbell.
Can't say much about him.
He's a good player. He needs time.
Didn't see enough of him, but as Millwall, I've always said in the past, Millwall's problem is when you bring a substitute on for them last 15, 20 minutes, they're world beaters. Yeah? Absolute world beaters. Put them in for 90 minutes, they're a different player. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with you? You're getting a chance for 90 minutes and they can't do it.
Yeah,
but give them 15 or 20, they're world beaters.
Yeah.
SA and Maku and all of them sort of players, even though the Longman had come to it, I thought he's quality.
Yeah, he looked good.
We've actually, we're talking about the transfer winner last night. We was all getting excited about Keith Monco. He was up here, then we went down there. He never come, but I think what I could say, Gary Rowett is bringing quality to the squad.
Yeah, I agree.
Definite quality to the squad.
Got a good squad.
We would never have got that under Neil Harris. Let me make no bones about that, because they're attracted to Gary Rowett. I know we question his style of play, and just to make a quick note on that shouting at Gary Rowett, your football shit, that wasn't from us, that was from the Birmingham fans.
We was actually singing.
We was actually singing, Gary Rowett, your football's all right. We're with you, Gary, don't worry about that. So take the notice of them lot, you know what I mean?
Well, we're with him because people who say you lot slag Rowett off, and some people do.
Nah, we don't.
For the last two games, right? He's done what he should have done in my book, and he's gone at teams because he's brought in a squad that's now good enough to compete with any team in this division. So he's doing himself credit now with the players that he's brought in. And we went for it today, and we didn't really play particularly well second half. Wasn't that fluent, but it's a championship game. They won 3 straight games in the league. It can happen, and we're happy. We walk away happy, in my opinion.
You listen. You're always going to expect being the home team. They're going to have a certain period of play.
Yeah, cool.
So I think for 70% of that first half was all us. Second half, they come into it. There was a threat. They was getting down the wings. That striker was talking about earlier was good. Birmingham, when I come here in the past, there's always been a cloud in like doom and gloom. Come here today, I could felt in their fans. They felt that something's happening here. It's picked up. You can feel it with the fans here today that they feel like something's happening. The cloud, I think, has been lifted from their ground. But I'm going to go back to our team, and I'm going to go back to that Ryan Leonard, that guy, right? I've seen in certain other teams, Premiership team, where they've shifted a player from that position to that position. Let me tell you about that Ryan Leonard. Again, absolutely immense. He was clearing up everything today. He was covering right across the pitch, and then he was venturing forward sometime. Mate, the guy's just come on leaps and bounds. And that's taking him away.
I've said this before.
He's been
I thought he was shit under Harris.
Brilliant.
But he's been brilliant under Rowett, and he gets better and better. The only concern is his age and sometimes his fitness.
But Dan, he's clearing up today. Some of the tackles he made again today. First up, all the players. Like Joe said, Norton, he was brilliant, and Nisbet with his goal with a free kick, absolutely fantastic. I back what everyone's saying about the Fleming situation, but Leonard to me is the key there at the back. I know, someone screwing up with another central defender. Mate, he's immense. He ain't one of these like gangly sort of centre halves.
No, he's a ball
He
player.
can actually play the ball. He can run with the ball. He's fast. He's agile. He makes great tackles. He makes great blocks. He's been my absolute star at the moment. And I tell you what, God help, I hope we don't lose out the way he gets injured.
Well, we will be in shit now because obviously Hutchinson's gone off injured today. We'll wait to find out what's happened about that.
But it's a good point on the road as far as I'm concerned. I would have took a point, like Joe said, coming down here. Happy with a point. Happy with the first half display. Expected Birmingham to come into it, which they did. And then we come back into it, and we was unlucky not to win it in the end, I think.
It was. All right, mate. Well, listen, we're back after the international break. Leeds at home, just a little game night.
Come on, you Lions, isn't it?
I thought he was going to say something really fucking other than that. Let's get down the road.